Raise your horns high and scream, skull and duck and roll. Chase the fire and dream, light the fire's Valhalla. Watch it burn to the sky, keep the flames ever burning. Let your spirit fly. Light the fires and kick the tires, go with dragon fire. Never stop the fight, keep the fires burning bright. Shadows dance on ancient walls, laughter's echo rings. In the halls of heroes' lore, where every legend sings. Through the storm and tempest, fearless we remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every flame. Light the fires and kick the tires, go with dragon fire. Never stop the fight, keep the fires burning bright. Loki's mornings of mischief, raise your horns high and scream. Skull and tuck and roll, chase the fire and dream. Light the fire Valhalla, watch it burn to the sky. Keep the flames ever burning, let your spirit fly. Light the fires and kick the tires, go with dragon fire. Never stop the fight, keep the fires burning bright. The storm and tempest, fearless we remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every flame. Be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. Loki's mornings of mischief, like the fire's Valhalla. We remain. With a heart of burning flame, we conquer every plane. Be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. Loki's mornings of mischief, like the fire's Valhalla.
Greetings one and all, and welcome to Thirsty Thursday here on Mornings of Mischief. I am your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys have had a great week. We're almost to Friday. Yeah, it's Friday, but we're not there yet. So good morning, everybody. Hopefully we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting to the weekend. Let's keep pushing. Oh, good morning, everybody. Puddle Jumper, Putin's cat, Adega Outlaw, Jill Powers, the River Daughter, Snortopoopas Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube. Good morning. Chris Spurgeon, the Wrench of Wrenches, is here. Mary's Game Room, Psychodorp 9, Stark of Iron. What is up? Good morning, Penny. Good morning, Penny. Good morning. It is so good to see you, Penny. Oh, welcome. Good morning. Guys, thank you so very much for being here. You guys are absolutely the best. Project Cambrian is here. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass, what is up, my friend? Good morning. Project Storytime, the Wicked Wrench of the East. What's up, brother? Good morning. Good morning. Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Keely, Roll Tide, brother. Good morning, my friend. It is good to see you all. It's good to have you all here. Thank you so very much for popping in this morning for this Thirsty Thursday. Grumpy old Marine Bet over on the Rumbles. Good morning, Dean. Hope you're having a good one, man. Hope you're having a good one. Getting Thursday over with, getting Friday. Brandon, the anime guy, is here. Good morning, Brandon. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Brandon's channel, go check him out. He is on the YouTubers. He's got a YouTuber channel. He does his thing. Obviously, he talks about anime. Of course he does, Loki. His name's Brandon, the anime guy. Right. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington, what is up? Good morning, my friend. It's a thirsty skull this morning. That's right. It's a thirsty skull. The mad doctor of disaster and destruction, the Dega Outlaw. Kicking ass and taking names. So, holy crap. There has been some craziness that I am not surprised about the last couple of days going on. Why? Because everybody wants to act the same. Everybody's in this, like, we're just going to disconnect from reality and we're going to run with this. What's up, Andy? What's up, Andrew Broadbent? Good morning, sir. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing good. It is this disconnect that I am talking about. I'm bringing up an article. It'll be really quick. I'm not going to focus on the article too much. But this is what kind of drew me to draw this up yesterday, right before I crashed out. So this is a article over at That Park Place. It was on September 4th, written by John F. Trent. And it is, after Alan Wake 2 failed to turn a profit, game senior community manager calls for bigots to be removed from gaming. Good luck with that. Because a gamer will be just as happy playing on his own, single player game, whatever, as they will be with a community. We need to get them out of the communities. Can we get them out of the communities? We need to make sure they aren't allowed to be in a community. Bad gamers, anyone that says anything bad about us, we need to remove them from the community. We need to get rid of them, cut them from the herd, just like they do with their own. When their own do something naughty and get caught, they cut them from the herd and they leave them out in the wilderness to die a lonely death. Seems they want to do that to any gamer speaking up that says anything against what they say. That, I'm sorry, that is a little bit detached from reality. You guys are nuts. This is nuts. Hey, you need to be quiet. You need to not say anything. You need to not have an opinion. And we had a game that sold bundles. You will never argue that. You will never speak up about that. I'm sorry. This is nuts. This is nutsoid. Do they mean removed from chat groups forever playing again? I'll show you. We'll show you. We'll show you Putin's cat. Thank you for the good question. Concord got its ass kicked, and Dustborn got its ass kicked, and these games are getting their butt kicked. Alan Wake 2 didn't make back the money that they spent for development and making the game. It hasn't made that kid. It hasn't made a profit. This is what they're talking about. The comments around Concord from right-wing gamers. Now anyone that says anything bad about Concord is a right-wing gamer. Shows the power of collective self-deception if you say delusional stuff about DEI enough times. Now if you say anything about DEI, you are a right-wing gamer and should be removed. And build a conspiracy-focused narrative. They start seeing that false narrative everywhere. I guess we have to live with this now. They don't want anybody saying anything about the fact that they made these crappy games. He added a follow-up, and of course, the underlying emotional response is just standing bigotry and nothing new. Wow, I thought we were talking about the game and how crappy it was. I didn't know we were going into this. You guys are bringing this up. No one's bringing up bigotry. Your characters look like ass. Your game plays like ass. So don't act like this is our fault and it's all bigotry because you made something that's a piece of crap. Now there are grifters putting on a 4-act stage play about capital owners have gone woke and therefore no longer care about the profit motive for some reason. Oh, they care. We saw that just recently with Sony because they need a win. They can't keep taking losses. Podcaster Khalif Adams reacted to Ahmed's commentary, wrote, "Prune all your gardens." This is what they want to do to you. What did I just tell you about culling you from the herd? Okay, that is the way they look at it. That is what they do to their own. That is what they're not in no way, shape, or form ashamed to do to you, because they don't want you in a space that they want to make money off of. Prune all your gardens, push out bad actors, prepare your teams for the current conversation zeitgeist, give your community and social teams autonomy and resources to battle against toxicity. Meaning, if you say anything negative about anything they have done, you're out. Relay how all of this can impact the bottom line early to investors. They want your conversation shut down. It's as simple as that. They want to take away your ability to speak up and say something. If I'm wrong, please, somebody let me know. Somebody here in chat, I'm looking at the chat right now. Please let me know. Because they know they wouldn't earn a single cent that way. Is that what it is? Is that it? Because, I mean, if they just care about money, make a good game. You would think that's what would be important, right? Is making a good game. Grumpy Old Marine Vet says, no doubt, even if they set up microtransactions for the purchase of in-game loot, it would still not be a money earner. I mean, this is insane. Subsequent post, she added, getting bigots out of your community is a band-aid and not a permanent solution. Modeling desired behaviors and championing the kinds of community members you want to be the majority in your community takes effort and time. Start early, practice often. Small steps are steps too. Oh, wow. Oh, here's some more examples. This is insanity. She's also made it very clear she engages in discriminatory behavior based on sex and race and is an advocate to make all characters gay. These are the people, this right here, this is the people that are telling you you cannot be involved in gaming. This is it. You need to be out. I joined Remedy Games because I wanted to work on control. Because during my on-site interview, I saw a game with a female protagonist that looked like exactly the kind of game I wanted to champion and build a community around. Thank you to the Control community always, because she wanted to make the character gay. When I asked if she would have taken the job, the game featured a male protagonist. She said a very important part of me taking the job was that I was gaming when she played as a woman. Something that continues to surprise me about influencer management is while I repeatedly and vocally insist to agencies that they should pitch us diverse creators for paid initiatives, the initial deck proposal I get almost every single time is wall-to-wall white men. Do better. So this is acceptable behavior. This is absolutely positively acceptable for them. This is what they want. But you're the bigot. You're the bigot. This is the Karen playing the victim saying you're the problem. We screwed up. We screwed this up. I think these people are way too involved in games. Build a community around it. There's some MMOs that absolutely positively, I don't know about single player games that don't have some kind of multiplayer function. I've never been a part of anything like that. Sure, you know, there's groups of us that love Mass Effect, but we don't create like a giant thing out of Mass Effect. Even Mass Effect had some multiplayer stuff to it. They do realize that I don't have to buy any new games. I'm good. I recently started a new Mass Effect playthrough. Don't need modern crap. I think they're starting to, because we're not buying their shit. Look, guys, a brand new game is expensive. It is an expensive proposition, especially today. We want you to pay $70 for the base game. That's going to go up to $80 when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. Everybody's waiting for Rockstar to up the money to $10, and they will. Everybody is waiting for that with bated breath. We get to raise all our prices $10 more. And I know some of you are like, didn't they just do that, Loki? $60 to $70? Yes, they did, but they want to do it again. And they want to follow Grand Theft Auto's lead when Grand Theft Auto goes, we're going to raise the price by $10. If you want GTA 6, pay $80 for it. If you want the special edition, pay $100 for it. If you want the limited edition, blah, 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 pay $400 for it. And people will pay. That's just the way it is. People will buy it. If not just for direct resale value, because they'll make money off of it, because people always want the super duper collector blah, blah, blahs. They will make money off of it. They'll have it. They'll all sell out. That's just the way it's going to be. Loki, didn't one of these gaming developers come out the other day saying all new games should be $100 for base level? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they also echoed my own information and said, we're all just waiting to see what Rockstar does. Well, Rockstar's going to raise the price of games by $10. You're going to get an $80 version of Grand Theft Auto 6, and they'll say it's $80. And the new game's $80. And everybody else is going to try and follow that pattern and raise their prices by $10. A lot of the small guys probably won't. They'll still go, you know what, what's fair? Okay, we'll do our indie game for $19.99. They're still going to do their indie game for $19.99. A lot of these indies and small, it's about the passion of the project and building something that you guys are going to love forever and talk about forever. That's what they want more than they want like a whole shitload of money. Didn't win the game? Yeah, yes. Yes, they did. What did Pop say? Bang on, Pops. How people choose to spend their free time is wholly up to them. With such a vast catalog of things to do, whether things bumped from the queue in the chum get a second chance. You can do whatever you want to. Cotton Ministries, what is up? What is up, brother? I'd call you Papa, but maybe, I don't know why you got rid of the Papa Cotton. Rockstar makes great games, though. Sure, it's expensive, but GTA has always been a great game. And hopefully 6 will be. I don't think it will be. I think they've unless they delay it again and take out some of the things we're hearing about, the story is not going to be something that you play through again. It'll be like a one-time thing if you even ever finish it. And the online mode is going to be where people congregate. Whereas people went back to the original game single player over and over and over again to hang out with Trevor and Franklin and hang out with those guys and Michael and kick some ass and take some names and have a fun time. Man, I want to get back in that world and I want to go hang out with Trevor and go golfing with Michael and go triathloning with Franklin. All those cool things. We'll wait and see. Wait and see. Call me crazy. But from what we're hearing story-wise, there's going to be a big package in that game. So we'll see. There was a time when video games were made by people who love video games. And that's the thing. It's something we were talking about the other day. Project Storytime loves Mass Effect. Mass Effect was made by a couple of guys in a office building. It was like a mini mall office. It's like a 2 or 3 room office made by like a dozen guys in Canada. That's what they had. They had some computers. They had a way to build the game. They did it. They sold it. And it made bukus of money. Everybody loved it. The first game is the best game. Why do you say that, Loki? The third game had this, and you could do this, and blah, blah, blah. The first game is the best game because the story's all there. It's complete. You don't need any DLC to complete the story. And and it's self-contained. It could be its own game. You never have to know there's a second or a third game to be happy with what's going on. So they became an office company. That's what they became. They became a corporation. They joined the corporation. It was a lot of money to go to work for EA. A lot of money to get picked up by somebody like that. So this trash fire just gets worse and worse. This person does not stop. I'm saying this with all respect for my fellow devs and hope they come to this space with only good intentions in their hearts. But to me, what a game dev looks like hashtag might not need quite as many white men participating. We know that's what game devs look like. The first pride was a riot. Companies aren't your allies. Capitalism isn't your friend. And no kind of consumption under it can be ethical. Ask what brands who post rainbows in June are doing for their LGBTQ plus employees with the other 365 days. Give gay people your effing money. This is wackadoo. It's all wackadoo. But hey, it's cool. You know, it's cool. It's cool. You can say all this. You don't have to worry about, anything because you're saying it. As long as you're saying it, it's okay, right? And that's going to bring us to our second look at this. Away from this great article by John F. Trent. Guys, if you don't read the articles over at That Park Place, check them out. John F. Trent is absolutely positively the man, knows what he's doing. Okay, let's pull this up. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a letter to Team YouTube from someone over on Twitter. I'm sure you can figure out who it is on your own. Please do not harass this person. God help me. I'm not doing this for that. Dear Team YouTube, last week, actor Manla Stenberg, she/they, posted candid comments to Instagram about the rampage of bigotry and vitriol. See, now they're using the same words that these actors and actresses are using. Oh, can I say actress anymore? I don't know if I can. Do actresses exist anymore? Or is it just actors? No wonder they have a hard time figuring out what gender is. That she has received since leading the cast to The Acolyte, the latest addition to the Star Wars universe. Stenberg's experience is not new. In fact, this known tactic was initially provoked by former Breitbart News editor Milo Yiannopoulos, who aggressively targeted Ghostbusters actor, see, it's actors, not actresses, Leslie Jones, under the guise of film criticism, after prolonged insults against her Ghostbusters character resulted in harassment against Jones on Twitter. Yiannopoulos claimed Jones was playing the victim when she called for action against the harassment. The aggressive gaslighting of Jones' experience resulted in Yiannopoulos being banned from Twitter. 8 years later, Yiannopoulos' playbook against marginalized actors has begrunged into a multi-million-dollar business on YouTube. Do y'all believe that? Do you believe that? That his playbook has been used. I'm going to blow that up and get me off the screen. That his playbook is being used. It's all right here. To make millions of dollars. Is that all that anybody's doing on YouTube? I haven't seen my millions. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the check got lost in the mail. But I haven't made my millions yet. Who knew? Who knew this is what we had? multi-million-dollar business on YouTube, which has been permitted to develop unchecked with the help of YouTube's partner program. This playbook's biggest target, Star Wars. To quote Gator, Star Wars, watching the Star Wars. Is that really just, is that it? Star Wars? Star Wars is the biggest, is that really it? Guys, I mean, you tell me. I'm kind of like blown away here. Star Wars. Stark of Iron, who's been a member for 4 months, said, I saw that female custodes clip from Space Marine 2. Hearsay. The Inquisition will be very, very busy decimating this. Skull Brother. This is almost the weekend. I still have a better rap song than Sternberg as well. Yeah, I'm sure we both do. They're nuts. This is nuts. Hey, you can't say shit. I'd watch an all-Stimian cast of Ghostbusters take my money. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could check that out. Like a Planet of the Apes meets Star Wars. Let's do it. Let's rock it. We'll figure that out. Okay. Here we go. Here's the as fans of the Star Wars franchise, we have tirelessly witnessed a handful, just a handful. Remember that. I can't tell you how many Star Wars channels I know. They are a dime a dozen that make apparently millions of dollars. I gotta call Coach and Nick now and be like, what the hell? A handful of YouTuber creators continuously drive prolonged insults and harassment against marginalized actors and members of our community. Enough is enough. The Star Wars fandom demands that YouTube enforce its community guidelines. Wow. So you just assume everyone agrees with you. Can we get oh shit, you just assumed that everyone that is part of the Star Wars community agrees with you? That they agree with you? How fucking pretentious are you? How insane are you? Really? How crazy are you? Old Gamer 72 Gutless has gifted a Mornings of Mischief membership. Thank you so very much, brother. And Brandon, the anime guy, was gifted the membership. You absolutely rock. You two guys, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you so very much for the membership. You guys keep the fires burning bright here on Valhalla. And I need a dragon fire cleanser after reading this shit. Skull. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Demands that YouTube enforce its community guidelines against prolonged insults. Is that like a prolapsed bladder, lady? Is that what you got? Is that why you had to write it like that? Prolonged insults? And incitement of targeted harassment towards women of color by demonetizing YouTube channels. We're talking about Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kennel, RK Outpost, and Nerdrotic. Wait a minute. If you're mad at this is absolute insanity. But you know what? I bet you they don't do anything about it. A prolapsed anus. Yeah, she blew out her own O-ring. She strained so much on the shitter because she's got such a tight ass that she blew an O-ring. Thank you. Marginalized actors. Those people make a lot of money, and yet they deliver wooden results. I did not hear anyone say the actors were saddled with a subpar script, but they shined through. So, This is yeah, Freaks and Flamers trademarked. Putin's cat. So it's just past the point. Now listen, there's a very big rule in this arena that we call YouTube, and that is you don't false flag people for shit that they didn't do. What does that mean? That means you don't false flag them for like hate speech when they don't do that. You never ever report a friend that you give a shit about. You never ever go after somebody that hasn't done anything to you. You're not like that. Why? Because it's one of those little unspoken deals of it's like the mafia saying no kids, no women. Okay, you can have an argument with somebody all you want. You can absolutely agree to disagree. Don't pull a mundane Matt. What does that mean? Project Storytime knows exactly what it means. I know exactly what it means. And that is our good buddy Matt got pulled on a live stream and was forced to basically show the back report room on his YouTube account. And it was full of his friends' accounts. Because every time someone made a video about him being wrong, he reported them. He mass flagged them. He flagged all their content. So he will deny that even to this day, even though he made a teary-eyed apology video out of it. He tried to cry and say he was sorry and da-da-da-da. He'll say, those weren't my friends, or I didn't have friends, I did that too. He'll go all these weird ways around actually saying it. He won't admit it, but he did. He came out on video and cried like a little bitch and admitted that he pulled it. And Adega, right here, actually hits into the point I was working on. This is a manifestation of narcissism and sociopathic mental disorders. The people who push this hate to face the reality of their emotional and mental significant shortcomings. They will never do anything like what Jeremy and Ryan and Jay and these guys, Nerdrotic, Gary, they will never do anything like what they built. And this is normal. Okay. I've experienced it. Other people have experienced it. Everyone in this sphere knows that when you pass someone and they don't like it, they can get nasty. They can get nasty and they can get shitty and they can run their mouths and they can talk shit. But there's, even with people that have streamed together and worked together, there is a jealousy element of I'm right and you're wrong. Why? Because there's an ego involved in this business. Okay, the stuff that Jeremy and Jay and all of them do, X-Wing, I'll throw X-Wing in there, shit, all of them. There's an ego. There's an ego you have to have. Okay, that makes you successful. Now, can that ego be out of control? Some people, it absolutely does. They absolutely have no control and they end up screaming at their chats and telling them to shut up and telling them you're going to do this for me or you're going to send me this amount of money or blah, 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 blah. They lose their minds. Some of them do. Some of them can deal with it. The ones that can deal with it usually just get better and bigger and stronger and keep going. I mean, ask yourself, if 10% of Gary's chat said, you know what, we don't agree with you anymore, we hate you, he'd still have a huge following watching him all the time and supporting him. So some people don't like that. Some people don't like the fact that these people are in this position. So the fuck what? Worry about your own channel. Worry about your own damn channel. Worry about what you're doing. Well, all of this is not go worry about what you're doing. This is I don't want these people speaking. I don't ever want to hear them again. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You don't deserve to have a voice. You don't deserve to be able to talk. You don't get to do that. Why? Why are they different? Because you don't like them? Because they make money off of what they do? Because they hustle? You tell me. Why hate someone this much that you would do everything in your power to try and shame them and silence them and get them removed? Because that's all it's been since day one, is you're an Yahtzee. That's come here. That's gone at pretty much anyone that dares speak their mind and speak up and voice their opinion and say, you know what, we're not going to take it. We're not going to deal with this. We're not going to listen to this shit. Every single one of them has had a finger pointed at them and told they're just an nobody Yahtzee. And that they need to leave and get out. And that they should be silenced. So now we're going to go by what? Who's labeled? The Karen's label? Is that law now? Karen label is law? Because that's all I'm seeing here is a bunch of Karens acting like Karens. Who in here has an HOA? Who in here has to deal with an HOA? Do you know what an HOA's responsibility is? An HOA's responsibility is to make sure everyone in the block conforms to what their idea of a unified, good-looking block is. Okay? That's what an HOA does. An HOA does, you can't paint your house pink, Bob. Why not? Because it goes against the color scheme of every other house in the neighborhood. So you can't do that. It's my house. No, it's the HOA. You just pay bills. You want to decide what the color of all the houses in the neighborhood are, join the HOA. And even then, you're not going to get very far because we got it all locked up. These are the colors we want. That's it. That's your reality if you want to have a home in the city. If you want to have a home in a suburb, you're going to deal with an HOA. This is almost along the same lines. We want to police what you can put out on YouTube. How is that any different than what the government did during the coup? Find a new way to control the information people get. Because they don't want you to have it. It's that simple. They don't want you to have it. They don't want you to have the information. They don't want you to see the information. They don't want you to hear the information, see, speak, and hear the phone going off. And I have no idea that's from a 915 number. So they don't get answered. They don't want you speaking and they don't want you hearing it. They don't want you reading it. No information. If there's no information out it, then obviously you're going to buy it. And you're going to keep buying it. Each time. You're going to keep consuming. Oh, if it only wasn't for those troublesome fandom menace guys. I kept reading that. I kept reading that in the AI thing we did with Mike the other day. I hadn't even heard of fandom menace in the last 2 years. So the fact that it was like Loki and Mexican Iron Man are members of fandom menace. No. No, we're not. Might have been like 5 years ago for all of 6 months. I used the hashtag for about 6 months of my last 5 years. So is that what you're counting? I guess it is. I don't know. That's odd. Now, Project Storytime will get the phone. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. They want to sell you Flex Seal. Turbo Chop. Have you gotten your tentacle, what's the space tentacle advertising droid? We are passing the savings on to you. Oh shit. Phantom Menace seemed lame to me. A lot of it was we were being told to shut up. We were being told to shut up and that we shouldn't have an opinion and to keep our mouth shut, and saying no to that and stepping up and saying, you know what, I'm going to say what I'm going to say because this is how I feel about it. If you don't like it, don't listen to me. Apparently that doesn't work anymore. You may be entitled to compensation. I highly doubt it, Andy. Master Craftsman Andy Masterson, ladies and gentlemen. I highly doubt it. Keely Chow, I'm not a YouTuber, but I'm a member of the Phantom Menace because I'm the Phantom Menace Ultron. I'm everywhere. There are no strings on me. There are no strings on me. Calling on behalf of the Harvey Cthulhu Freedom Fund. Yeah, that fucker ain't getting no money from me. Not Harvey. Guys, let me out. No. You sit there and rot, you little bastard. He's not a YouTuber, but Mexican Iron Man is more of a YouTuber than I am. What are they so afraid of? What are they so afraid of? Is because I don't think it's the money. I don't think they care about the money. I don't think they give a shit about the money. I think it's just the fact that it's a place that will let them speak. YouTube is a place. Some people would argue that. Rumble is a place you can go to speak. Some people blame YouTube for all the bad that happens in the world. Everything is YouTube's fault. Some people get that it's a system that is not, it's not perfect in any way, shape, or form. We ride a rapid. We ride the rapids down YouTube and try and navigate making it work. Making it work. How do you want it to work? Well, my rapids are not very rapid. I'm like leisurely just cruising the lake in comfort. So I'm not trying to like get uphill in the middle of a rainstorm on monsoon season like half these cats do. I just paddle up the river, chilling. I'm not in any hurry. Whatever happens, happens. You know, you hear a lot of stuff like only cream rises to the top, Loki. Only the best become blah, blah, blah. You have to do this and this if you want to be the best. You have to, stop thinking about not cutting other people's throat to get what you want. I'm just like, it's not me, man. It's not what I'm here for. I'm literally here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. First world, you see a mansion and say, I will have that someday. Third world, see a mansion. How dare that person live in that big house? I will burn it down. This was from living in Miami. How dare you have that? Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Yes, Adega. Abso-friggin-lutely. You have the right to your opinion. I have a right to agree or not. Yes. But they don't want you to have that. Brazil just locked out X because they wouldn't bend the knee. We found out the other day that Facebook and Meta bent the knee during the coup and got rid of people and silenced people and removed them from Facebook and all that shit because they wouldn't go along with the rules that the government handed to Facebook and said, this is what you need to do, which is unconstitutional and illegal. No one will pay a price for that. No one's going to pay a price for the unconstitutional and illegal things that the government does, because they only do that to you. They only make you pay when you screw up. They don't pay when they screw up. They're too good for that. They're too brave for that. Not one person can go down. You know what? If you go back to the island guy, we all know him. The guy that was out there in the island having all the little teeny girls over for playtime. Go back to what Pelosi said after he got arrested and said, it will be saddening when the friends we have here in Washington pay the price for what happened with him. All those friends she talked about that would be paying a price that have never paid a price. Why? Because in their minds, if they lose one guy, just one, they could lose everything. This is a fight for permanent dominance in the United States. Okay? They want to be around forever, and they want the other side gone, and they only want you to have one group to deal with. And that's it. No choice. This is what you got. This is what you have. We make all the rules. You're the peasants. We're the elites. Deal with it. They're already trying to push that now. I don't think people realize what's going to happen when freedom of speech is taken off the table. Oh, but you shouldn't have freedom of speech. Oh, yes, we should. No, you should be going through what the UK is going through right now, with the people being arrested, thrown in jail for making tweets, for telling someone to F off when they get told this is what you have to do. You don't have a choice. Wow, I thought we fought like a revolution. We fought for our independence to get away from shit like this. I thought that was the whole point. Oh, that was a long time ago, Loki. Those people died a long time ago. They don't mean anything anymore. Those people fought so you could go down to the store and buy your cereal and your diapers and your bullshit, and live in a semi-decent society. It's gotten more and more less decent over the past couple of years. But a semi-decent society where you don't feel like you're going to get stabbed, robbed, or grabbed in the middle of the night somewhere and taken off and done whatever to. What are we paying? What do we pay our taxes for again? Well, you pay your taxes so you don't go to jail, Loki. Really? So that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. So you don't go to jail. Where can we do? You can don't put up with this shit. That's what you do. You don't put up with this shit. Especially this little note here, calling people out, telling people that they need to be canceled, telling people that they can't have a voice, they can't speak up, they can't say anything. You want to false flag people? So you want to basically do your overlord's work for them because you're a fanatic. Is that it? I mean, I'm just trying to understand here. I know Adega pretty much laid it out plain and clear, better than anybody else could. But do you feel like you need to worship Disney? Is that the thing? Is it Headland? I mean, you should really explain what this is all about, because I have questions. Do you just worship at the feet of Disney? Is it Star Wars? Is it Headland? Is it KK? The god, the wicked witch of the K's that will never go away? What is it? What exactly is it that you're like worshiping at the feet of to try and I'm trying to protect the actress? No, this goes beyond like not liking if someone doesn't like the actress. You made a whole bunch of shit up here. You've made a whole bunch of shit up. So what exactly is going on? Are you not entitled to the fruits of other people's work? Exactly. Exactly. Andy works hard. Andy works his ass off. P. Lai works his ass off. Jill Powers, the River Daughter. I mean, people do their thing, right? I don't demand your money. I don't come in here and go, I need tithes, bitches. No, I would never do that. What if you guys can give something, please? It keeps the lights on. It keeps the studio running. It keeps us going week after week. But I never come in here and be like, okay, unless I get like a $50 super chat in the next 5 minutes, I'm out. And a lot of people I know don't. There's a few fucks out there that usually are in the game scene that's like, oh, I'm going to throw a fit. If I don't get a $100 super chat right now, I'm turning this off and screw you guys, I'm going home. I'd be like, go home, bitch. Get out. Nobody owes anybody anything. So this whole thing, I'm just having a hard time like figuring out, and they quote like all these resources and dates, and here's this, but they're not ever specific about what exactly they said. They just throw like a oh, here's an episode of Geeks and Gamers. Andy Masterson, you deserve every super chat you get. You provide entertainment. Well, thank you. And if you guys enjoy that entertainment, by all means, tip. But I always look at it like a tip. That's what it is a tip. It is a generous tip. Guys, the guitar case is open. I'm not going to say, well, you stopped and listened to my music. Where's my $5, bitch? I would never treat anybody like that. Maybe that's why I'm where I'm at. I don't know. Who knows? I don't demand you subscribe. I don't demand you ring that bell. I don't demand you hit the thumbs up button. I need you all to do this. I never say shit like that because I don't believe in it. I think it's stupid. Whereas other people say, that's the only way you can grow a channel, boy. Okay. It's the only way. I'm sure. Is this how you're gonna make your mark, lady? By demanding that people have their channels shut down and blacklisted and removed? This is how we solve things now. We don't discuss, we don't speak, we don't have a debate, we don't talk. We just demand removal. Just demand removal. Well, if it was that easy, that's what people would be doing. But maybe it is. So everybody heard about Facebook and Meta basically bending the knee during the coup. We'll see what happens. Hey, we're gonna tell you how you need to run your online business, even though we're not allowed to do that under the Constitution of the United States of America. We're not allowed to interfere like that. We're not allowed to screw around like that. We're not allowed to tell you what you can and you can't do because it goes against 1A. But we're going to do it anyway. We'll be in business with you. And what does that mean? That means as long as you do what we say and you go along to get along, you'll be okay. Nothing's going to happen. Does anybody remember when he went in front of the House and the Senate and said that none of this was going on? He perjured himself in court because that's what he's in front of. He's in front of a court. He perjured himself. His testimony. He lied. Nothing's going to happen to Mark. Nothing's going to happen to Mark because he went along and did what they wanted. Just because people know, just because the cat's out of the bag doesn't mean shit. Drunk 3PO is almost to 100K. Skull and Tuck and Roll. Skull and Tuck and Roll Snowdub. Congratulations to Jay. If anybody deserves it, Jay works his ass off. Cotton Ministries, he knows exactly how that rule works too. 2A does not give us permission to own guns. It restricts the government from stopping us from owning them. And we are supposed to have a supply equal to what the government has, which we do not in any way, shape, or form. We don't come close to the tech that the government has. We do not. That's just the way it is. But it's supposed to keep us at an equivalent level. That way, if the government ever overreaches, if there ever comes a point where one party seizes power and gets rid of the other by force, we can do something about it. That's what it's there for. It's there to make sure that our asses are covered if we ever have to go to war with ourselves and take back the government. That's what it's for. I've got to send you pictures. I will not forget as soon as Eris gets back, because Eris is gone for the next couple of days. As soon as Eris gets back, I will send them to you. Today's tech was government tech in the 80s. I have proof. They had access to a lot more machinery than we did. So, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you do. I think that both of these people, the one in the article and then the one on X, you're overreaching and you sound like Karens. You want to be a Karen. You want to be a Karen in charge of what people can see, what people can read. This is more just extreme liberal nonsense of I can control what you hear and say. And if I can control what you hear and say, then we can get this fixed because it's all your fault. It's all your fault. It's nothing they did. They didn't do anything wrong. It's all your fault. Just for saying something. When do we become so thin-skinned pussies that we let words dictate what we do? Like that. I can be inspired. I can have fun, but oh no, someone said something bad. We have to erase it from history because it goes against your precious beefies. Guys, I honestly believe that this little bubble world we've seen, from the Star Wars chick to all of it, to these people that think that we're just gonna run these people down in the streets and it'll be perfectly fine for us to do it. The Star Wars chick that was on the Acolyte, I can't even remember, Mandla, whatever her name is. She came out and shit all over the fans. And you know what? As soon as she did that, viewership just was already catering, cratered even more. She came out with a cringy little dance video because she got her pee-pees hurt. She's a multi-millionaire that's worried about what some dude said. No, this is victimhood and this is blame game. And they knew they had trash and they were desperately trying to defend it. Even though they knew Leslie's an epic moron. And the only reason why she got this job is because she's Harvey's former assistant. And they worship shit like that over there. Wow. You call it liberal, progressive, or any other term you want, but it's all the same. It's all communism. I agree with that. Guess what? It doesn't work. Hell, capitalism barely works. But at least capitalism used to be honest. Hedlund is just as guilty as Harvey. I agree with that completely. Guys, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I think we had a spike of like 70 people in here at one time. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you for being here on Thirsty Thursday. Hour went by quick. I do not know if me and Adega are on for tonight or not. Keep an eye out. If we're not, we'll be back at some point. If we are, hooah! See you then. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you on the next Mornings of Mischief. Thirsty Thursday. Have a great one, everybody.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.